for you is, what kind of purpose does that give you in terms of your job, in terms of what you've done for the community, knowing that the real estate values are upside down and Chrysler's come back and you've been part of that? Because that's what the subject is, the Heroes of Detroit, marketing their way back to world relevancy. And Bill Bond says the introduction of it. What does that do for you personally?
Well, you know, it's the underdog that comes back from a near-death experience is something that resonates with a lot of people. But Detroit has a ways to go, and you can see that we are on a recovery path. The same thing with Chrysler. Chrysler is continuing to grow. Same thing with our friends GM and Ford. A lot of it is the growth that we're seeing in the automotive industry. Now, we think that we have learned a lot from these experiences. Detroit is looking at new businesses and is growing through new businesses. It's not just automotive. I've been an automotive guy for 29 years. Wow. I love that industry. I used to work at GM. I used to work at Ford. 20 years with Chrysler. I've been at. I've lived in the Detroit area since 1979. I've watched ups. I've watched downs. We are very resilient. We're very proud. It does hurt me when I go and see a national weather channel and I see all of these cities and what the weather is, and Detroit's not on there. I see Chicago, I see Cincinnati, I see Cleveland. Where's Detroit? Detroit has 4 million people that live in the metropolitan region. They always focus on the 700,000 that are in Detroit. It's no longer, 1.5 million. It's 700,000. Right. But there are 4 million people in the surrounding area. And you're talking to me. Yeah, that's Detroit. You're talking to me. I don't live in Detroit proper. But if Detroit fails, we fail. Mm-hmm. It is the heart of southeastern Michigan. Detroit is the heart. If the heart stops beating, then the surrounding area dies. We know that. We know that. So we're all in this together. Yeah. And so we want to leverage our success with the city. And that's why you see Chrysler reinvesting. I mean, we've put hundreds of jobs back into Detroit by adding shifts. We're at Jefferson North, right? And we're selling vehicles, or we're building vehicles round the clock.
And the Chrysler House has been.
That's right. And you're going to hear more happening with some new products that are being built in Detroit. Nice. And so we're hiring more people. Wow. We are making major investments in Detroit because we know that there's a lot more that can and will be done for the city, because we are a part of that.
Well, that is, Tom, I consider you a hero of Detroit. Thank you so much for giving us a shot. All right.